The Creekside Disc Golf Course out here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Made the little 2-hour journey out here. Hopefully the rain holds off long enough for me to get a nice little practice round in. This is a great course. I've played it on the channel a few times. Starting off on hole 1, par 4, 700 feet. I need to get as far out to the left as I absolutely can to have a nice little approach to the green. That's a good safe shot. I'm gonna go for more distance. That has a nice, beautiful flip to it. I'm basically wanting to get out there towards that tee pad, which is basically exactly where I'm at. Right here next to the tee pad, 338 feet, straight through the gap. Like I said, the game plan to get as far left as I absolutely can. I'm trying to play this like I'm playing the tournament, if you haven't already noticed, but 330 feet, dead straight with this Horizon MD1. Move left, left. Might be out of bounds. The cherry on top for this hole is there's a little creek in here that plays as out of bounds, which makes this gap even more tough, but thankfully I hit a tree, just a little pitch up, take the par, move on. You can see the flag poking up over the hill, 300 feet, one of the many straight shots that are out here. There is a backhand hyzer way up over the top. You gotta miss some trees, but because there's so many straight shots out here, I might as well practice those. So we're gonna go proxy, baby hyzer, having it flip up down this hallway. A little too much hyzer. It might have slid its way down there though. Managed to slide perfectly under this tree, but now I'm under this one, just inside the circle with really no clear putt. I had to switch from the squash bag to the grip bag because I needed the rain fly for this weekend because like I said, it is not looking good as far as the weather. Hadouken! There's not a lot of OB out here, but there is tons of natural OB. This is kind of the first situation where we see it. It's 400 feet straight down, then hooks to the left. You can go right down the middle, but this is a shot where I'm actually gonna try to take the hyzer. Gotta get it high though. I do not wanna hit any of these early trees. That's a little inside. That's a lot inside actually. You really gotta trust this and put it out wide, but it's so scary. I hope this doesn't happen in the tournament, but might as well get my scrambling practice in now because there probably is gonna be at least a decent amount of scramble shots. I mean, it's only 100 feet, but I really need this thing to get left. That's fine. The tournament's on Sunday. I'll be posting it after, so I will give an update of how the tournament went at the end of this video. Also, Back 9 Snack Time merch has just dropped. It's on the website available for pre-order. So I'm gonna be repping this whole weekend. I'll keep you guys updated on whether or not it brings any luck. Don't hesitate, go snag yourself one. And thank you guys for the opportunity for me to actually do this. This is kind of cool and it's fun betting on yourself. This is one of those nothing but natural OB shots I was talking about. Par 4, 607 feet, straight. That's it. No hyzer, no anhyzer, just straight. This Horizon MD1 is about to get a lot of playing time this weekend. Okay, that was straight. Straight out of bounds though. Natural out of bounds. All right, I'm about to take a mouthful of medicine. Fairway hit, and we still have this pretty daunting hallway shot. It's probably maybe 260, 270. I'm gonna go proxy again and hopefully get it close enough to save the par. It was a low. Oh, that is so short. I wouldn't say this is the hardest hole, but it's definitely one of the hardest holes. I left all the meat on this bone. What in the world? Probably outside circle too, honestly. I'm gonna try and give it a little healthy bid. Not bad. Other than hole 2, which should be a birdie, 1, 3, 4, I'm content with par. I mean, obviously I just got a bogey, but the first 5 holes are the toughest. And this is the last one that I need to survive. Hole 5, 388 feet, tight hallway the entire way. I'm gonna throw the rhythm. This is the new addition to the bag. Very nice for shots like this. Just hit it on some hyzer and play the flip up. Keep flipping. Again though, I just want a par. If I have a birdie look, then that's awesome, but I'm content with a par. And it's less of like, oh my gosh, a 400-foot straight shot is so difficult, but it's more of being off the fairway. Like there are several times that you'll see somebody go off the fairway and it takes them 2 throws just to get back out, and then double bogeys can start racking up pretty quick. Again, way outside circle 2, just put this one close, take the par, move on. Now we can start having some fun. 311 feet, another hallway. You don't want to go long though, because there is a creek behind the basket that plays out of bounds. If you have your trusty little Envy, all you have to do is hit the gap flat and the disc should go right towards the basket. Playing the ground just to use those little speed control, you know? You don't want to go long because then you'll go out of bounds, but you really don't want to leave it short either because then you just have a death putt. Didn't go in the water. I like going Envy because it does hyzer out. It kind of has me more angled away from the water. Not saying that I can't go into the water from there, but that's why I rather that shot then my proxy. The proxy will land right here, and it's way more scary. I know this camera angle doesn't really do it justice, but this tree and piece of wood is right in the way. It's definitely all mental, but the play is to either go forehand or backhand turnover. I used to go forehand all the time, but my problem is I'd go too straight and end up in the woods, so backhand has been the play. I like just taking an overstable mid, hitting it on a lot of Anheuser, and just kind of having it flex towards the basket. Still ended up in the woods. You know that phrase, don't shoot yourself in the foot? Well, round one, I would take a bazooka and shoot myself in both of my feet. I would always have the roughest first round, so bad that it would basically take me out of the tournament. And then second round, I'd be playing disc golf. I know it's easier said than done, but if I can just stay cool, calm, collected round one and just leave myself in contention. Oh, thank you, tree branch. Then I can set myself up to play round two. But yeah, all last season was just 800 rated first round, 1,000 rated second round. We're breaking the streak this weekend. It's 420 feet and they usually wrap up the woods in OB. So if that's the case, I'm just laying up. If they're not, then I'm gonna try to sling a forehand up there. If there's a lot of OB, this is the play. Just taking the Mako 3 and absolutely ripping this thing. I can't reach out of bounds with that Mako 3. It just sets me up for a very easy approach. Just right there. But if there's not out of bounds, I'm gonna go for it out wide with the cloud breaker on a forehand. All right, we're taking the first shot. That's what happens though. If you don't get it, that'd be out of bounds. I didn't get the snap on that thing, you know? I'm not seeing any white lines, so the aggressive play is there. However, round one, playing safe. Round two will just be an in-the-moment decision. However, there is still a creek behind the basket. They love putting baskets right in front of creeks. So again, just pitching up, taking the easy par, and moving on. Another perfect example of a hole where they put the pin right in front of a creek is 203 feet. Do not go 205 because you will be out of bounds. I like to go just stand still with my Envy and then just release it flat on hyzer kind of towards the ground. And that should just kind of slide up there nicely. It's a little short. It's going to be one of those death putts. But again, I like to go more overstable putter. That way I go off to the left and it's not just a direct death putt. Inside the circle, I'll show you guys how crazy this drop off is behind it. Do you guys think that was sliding off the back? Anyways, look how sketchy this gets. 203 feet, 205 straight off, out of bounds. Speed control is a must. I think like a Berg would be a great shot for this hole, honestly. Here we go, baby. Back nine snack time. I have no idea why, but this hole gets me every single time. I probably average like a 3.7 on it. I don't know why. I'm gonna spend some time on this hole actually. And I think the issue is because I don't have a game plan for this hole, it screws me up in a tournament. So I'm gonna figure out what my game plan is. We're taking this shot though, just a hyzer flip with the Mako 3. Okay. Not bad. I'm scared of the finish though. In the past, I've been going forehand with that Metal Flake FD3, but I think I need something a little bit more overstable. We're going X out, Doombird 4. We'll try that out. That vine is right in the way. And that would be my go-to play, but I hit that more times than you would actually think. We'll try one more time with this Metal Flake FD3. See, there is like a sneaky backdoor route that you can take. It kind of requires a flex shot, but I don't know. I feel better hitting the left gap. If I try to go through that right gap, I have a feeling that I'm gonna hit a tree early. On this hole, I'm just trying to get as much distance towards the pin as I can because I have some pretty horrible luck on this hole. Putts are looking a little wobbly right now, but we're sitting kind of nice. I think that put us at 2 down. This course is pretty shreddable though. Like I said, those first 4 out of the 5 holes, I'm just going on survival mode. But after that, if I can just go bogey free, completely cool with it. A little finesse Mako 3 shot up the gap. Made it out the gap. Slow. Oh, me and somebody else's disc almost hit each other. Only a 25 footer. Try and get more of a clean release on this. Here we go. All right, so this is a very tricky hole, 362 feet. I'll show you guys the T sign. It's literally just a big U, and it's a hallway the entire way. During tournaments, absolutely hate the hole. During practice round, it is such a fun shot to throw. I'm taking my midnight prowl, throwing it straight in the air flat, and then just letting it drift right the whole way. Just like that. I hit some trees though. I heard it. It's so tight. I'll show you guys. So there's a shot off the tee, in between the trees, then around the corner, down this hallway, and like right here is probably 250 to the pin. I clipped some of these branches up here, but still managed to get myself like a decent circle 2 look. I've only ever birdied this hole one time, and it was actually during a tournament, which is crazy because if there's a hole that's like that, you're not getting it in a tournament, I can tell you that. But in this case, I did. About 45 feet, aiming right at that band. Oh, that was not at the band. Now this is one of those holes that is so easy, it's hard. It's only 212 feet. The gap is right there. Basket's hidden off to the right. I mean, this is an A2 shot all day, but it is just so scary at the same time. Now the issue, that's gonna be fine, that's in the circle, but you really wanna hug the wood line on the right and then really skip to the right. And what's so crazy is I watched Kale Laviska come out here. The man does not throw forehands. He went backhand turnover shot and absolutely parked it. So now I'm gonna try that. Oh my gosh, I thought I was Kale Laviska for a second. So you can see the gap that I came out of, and I'm still 20 long, 25 short. This is fine too, but that's feeling good. Putts were wobbly earlier, and I think that's because I was focusing more on aiming rather than the release, but if I can just focus on getting a clean spin, then it usually goes in the basket. Usually. Going time lapse, hitting it on a nice anhyzer so I get a little bit more distance, and trying to set myself up nice for the second shot. That should be good. I got enough distance, I think. Of course, more is better, but you don't want to be too far right because that makes your second shot so much harder, and you don't want to be too inside or else you literally have zero look at the basket. Needed just a little bit more distance. I'm pinched off. Not too bad. I can still get it, but it's definitely going to be a hyzer flip with my proxy. Just kind of have it flip up and carry moving left. And stay in bounds. Stay. Whew. So I think with this hole, I might go DD3. That way I get that extra little 30 feet compared to the time lapse. And again, what do you know? You're crossing a creek, so OB is in play, especially if you hit any of these hanging branches. If you guys like the little tournament breakdown videos, let me know down below. Like the video. I'll keep making them. I'll make whatever as long as it's disc golf related, but of course I want to make videos that you guys want to watch. So that's my plan. In the meantime, I'll try and figure out how to hit this 20-footer. This is one of the rare times where I actually have to do the staggered putt. Sweet. Man, I haven't done that in a hot minute. I need to practice that putt again. I literally switched from the staggered putt to the straddle because 9 times out of 10 you find yourself in a straddle position rather than a staggered, but I guess both can happen. 187-foot tunnel shot. This is again another hole that's so easy, it's hard. I need to break down these stats for you guys. I'm probably like 2.9 average. Like I barely get the birdie on this hole, and it is honestly pretty frustrating. It's because I lack in the standstill department, but I've been trying to work on them. We'll see with this shot. PA3 right down the gap. I mean, that's a lot better than what I normally do. Usually I'll show you. This is what I normally do. You ready? All the time. It's so frustrating. What really makes this hole difficult is there's no like forgiving shots. Like if you go off the fairway, you have to pitch up even if you're like in circle 2. This is the rare case where I kind of missed my line, but still have clean look at the basket. 25 footers have been the theme for today. Ooh, spun around the basket. Okay, I knew there was a lot of straight shots on this course, but now that I'm paying attention, holy cow, there are so many straight shots. 267. Normally I would throw a proxy, but for whatever reason, for the last like 3 years I've been playing this tournament, this PA3 has been doing wonders for me. So we'll keep that up. It's a little bit outside its distance range for me, but I'll make it work. I don't know what it is, but that PA3 just does great on this hole. Let's see what a proxy would have done. See? That's why I don't go proxy. PA3 all day, baby. Proxy, absolutely horrible shot. This PA3 got pin high, about 20 feet to the left though. Again, I've just been chilling right at this range all day, but I've been hitting the putts, so I'm perfectly okay with it. Buckets. Buckets. Got a little heater going on right now. This course is a little tough mentally just because you can easily be 2-3 over in the front, 5-6 holes. But if you just trust the process and know like there are so many more birdie hole opportunities, a bounce back is definitely a possibility. This is 312 feet. Again, another straight shot, but hooks off to the right. You just got to get past a couple cedar trees, I think. I'm not a tree expert, but at least that's what I think it is. That was a good shot. That doesn't get past those cedar trees. So these are the trees that I'm talking about, the 2 little Christmas trees. If you're short, then you're screwed, but if you can go just far enough, which I think I did, then you should have a putt. Oh my gosh, I don't see. Okay, I see it. Thank the Lord. I had to have gone just inside because I'm right here on the edge. Looks like the closest putt of the day, like 18 feet. I don't think I've had a tap in yet. Let's go, dude. I know I got a nice little streak going on right now. What is it? Not to toot my own horn or anything. I mean, we still have the last hole to play, but almost a perfect back 9. I don't even have to say it now. Sorry for some janky camera setups, but a lot of these tee pads, they're right backed up against the wood, so I can't really set my camera back there. I mean, I can, but it just does not give you guys the best angle. Par 4, 517 feet, and there's 2 game plans that I need to make up my mind on. I'm gonna try them both, but the first shot is just to lay up to the tee pad and then attack on the second shot, or go pretty aggressive and just try to hit the gap on the drive, then pitch up for the second shot. But the issue is, again, you're crossing a creek, it's OB, there's a lot of woods. Yeah, I'm basically throwing right to the short tee pad and then attack from there. The more aggressive shot that I see a lot of people throw is they just go distance driver, lots of hyzer, and then hit the gap. I think that was 2 inside. I mean, that's definitely the play. Like, if you can hit that gap, you've got a 200-foot approach shot. Whereas with laying up, I still have like 350 feet. Good news, both shots are inbounds. The one I tried to go for, need to get it a little bit higher. It's so sketchy. If I can do this every time, I'm content because we got 370 feet right at the basket. I like to go PD and kind of flex it out wide around the trees, then have it skip back towards the basket. Now give me that big skip. Big skip. What a round, dude. What a round. It is so nice when the game plan works out just how you expected it to. Ending this with the 15-footer to have an almost perfect back 9. That's a spicy round. Holy cow. So tournament's on Sunday. I'll let you guys know how that goes in just a couple seconds. All right, so I missed cash by like 1 or 2 strokes. Kind of a bummer. Felt good coming out here playing again. It felt even better not having the camera. Round 1, I found myself having nothing but 40-foot death putts. All those creek holes that I was showing you guys, death every single time. Putter was all right, of course, 0% in C2. Round 2, however, not only could I not get off the fairway, but my A2 was broken. I couldn't approach to save my life. Putter was a lot better. Was able to cash a few circle 2s actually. It is what it is. First tournament of the season. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.